Well, good morning and welcome back to Local Lifestyles. We've got our Medicaid expert, attorney Gary Price, with us this morning. Good morning, Gary.
Well, good morning. Good to be here.
Hi, we're always happy to have you here, and you're one of our great friends, and you always have some really good information for us. And your topic this morning that you wanted to talk about was, what is a transfer on death deed? Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, most times when I'm on here, we talk about Medicaid issues, and this can be relevant to Medicaid, but I really talk about transfer on death deeds with clients more when they're in the office to discuss estate planning issues. And here's what a transfer on death deed is. Let me give you an example. With a life insurance policy, for example, you have a beneficiary clause. So upon the death of the insured, that money that money from the life insurance doesn't go to probate. It goes directly to the beneficiary. So you get to avoid, as far as that money goes in that life insurance policy, you get to avoid that probate process, which is a good thing. Similarly, with many investment accounts, with a 401k, an IRA, you have a beneficiary clause, and as a result, that money avoids probate, and upon death, it goes directly to the beneficiary. So transfer on death, what that is, a transfer on death deed is we basically add a beneficiary clause to your real estate you own, to your home, to farmland, whatever real estate you own, we can add that transfer on death clause that acts like a beneficiary. And as a result, your real estate now avoids probate. And again, that's a good thing. When you go through probate, it's a court process. It's timely. Your assets are basically frozen during a period of time. Could be 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 7 months, longer. And of course, it's also costly. So anytime you can avoid probate, that's a good thing. And that's what a transfer on death deed does. It allows you to avoid probate for your real estate.
Yeah, and it obviously sounds like a very good thing. So who actually needs a transfer on a death deed?
Who actually prepares it?
Who needs one?
Oh, who needs one?
Yeah, who actually needs one?
Well, it's a discussion that everyone that has real estate should have.
Okay.
Now, it depends on how you want your property to be disposed upon your death, but it's a discussion you need to have to see whether it's relevant and could be a benefit to you.
Yeah, so it's something that's important for everyone or anyone.
Anyone that owns real estate, you ought to have that discussion.
Right.
Sure.
And what are the steps for getting a transfer on a death deed? What do people need to think about first?
Well, it's a pretty simple process. It's a matter of preparing a deed, and basically it looks kind of like you're transferring the property back to yourself, but you're including that beneficiary language. We record that in the recorder's office where the real estate in the county that the real estate is situated in, and that's all there is to it. And we make it of record by recording, and that takes care of it.
So it doesn't sound like it's going to take too long and not too difficult.
And let me say one other thing about that. It doesn't affect your ownership of the property right now either. You can go up, even if you do the transfer on death deed and add the beneficiary clause, if you decide later you want to sell your property, this doesn't restrict that at all. Unlike a life estate, which some people know about, which we also do for estate planning purposes. But if you ever want to sell the real estate, the life estate could be a problem. Transfer on death deed is not a problem.
Awesome. Thank you so much for explaining all that to us this morning, Gary. And we saw a picture of your book. If people want some more information on that, how can they get that?
Sure. Here's the book.
There it is.
Medicaid in Indiana. And all you do is call my office, and that number is 812-479-8721. Call the number. Ask for a copy of the book. I'm going to send it to you for free. Take a look at it, and I think it'll be helpful.